Good morning, students. Today, Mrs. Preeta will be teaching you grammar, how to make use of direct and indirect speech, all that. Then she'll be teaching you about poetry, how to score more marks in each and every subdivision. So I'm sure, children, you all are revising English very well. So now get ready where you can get full marks and you can be thorough with all the methods how she is going to apply grammar.
Good morning, my dear students. I'm happy to see you once again. Today, we are going to see punctuation. Yes, what is punctuation? Yes, Seshu. Very good. The English language has a system of symbols. Symbols and signs is known as punctuation. So, why do we need punctuation? For what we use a punctuation? Yes, it shows how to structure sentence and how each sentence should be read. So we use this punctuation for what? How to structure sentence and how each sentence should be read. So that is punctuation. There are 14 types of punctuation marks. How many punctuation? 14. So from that 14 we see some important punctuation marks. First, full stop. So full stop, where it is used for full stop? Mark the end of a sentence. When the sentence is completed at the end, you should mark as a full stop. For example, Chol went to the shop. She brought some sweets. Chol went to the shop. Full stop. She brought some sweets. So, when the sentence is completed at the end, so that finish it mark as a full stop. And the next punctuation mark, comma. So, comma for what is used for? Indicates a natural pause of a sentence or is used to a separate item in a list. So it indicates a natural pause of a sentence. For example, Daisy went to her friend Amy's house. She loves to go there. So Daisy went to her friend Amy's house, comma, she loves to go there. So from this sentence you can identify two punctuation marks. One is comma and another one is full stop. So in between the Amy's house it gets a natural pause. So it normally will give a natural pause, it a comma and then finish it of the sentence. Let's give a full stop and see the other example. Adam bought apples, bananas, pears and grapes from the market. So in this, Adam brought apple, banana, pears. So separate the items in a list so that we can use that comma. And the third punctuation mark, that is question mark. Question mark indicates the end of a question. So if we ask a question, you should not, obviously you should mark as a punctuation question mark. For example, how are you? And then, how long is the bus journey to London from Cambridge? So these are the question mark indicates the end of a question. And then exclamation mark. Exclamation mark is used for mark the end of a grammatic statement or sentence. So punctuation mark as a grammatic statement or sentence. For example, stop. So it's a punctuation mark. And then other example of exclamation marks, don't run into the road. So don't run into the road is also another exclamation mark. And then quotation marks. So quotation mark is used for only through direct speech we use as a quotation mark. For example, I love to read a book, said Daisy. So I love to read a book. It's a direct speech. So I love read a book, full quotation mark, said by whom? Daisy. So that is indicates the direct speech. The quotation mark will be used. The other example, what did you do yesterday? Asked Lizzie. So what did you do yesterday? In this sentence, double quotation mark is also there, and then question mark is also there. Asked Lucy, that's a full stop. There is one sentence, 3 punctuation mark will used in that sentence. And then next, parenthesis. So it's also called as a round brackets. So round bracket is used for separate exact information from the rest of the sentence or add emphasis, comma, can replace them without changing the sentence. So comma can replace them without changing the sentence. For example, on the weekends, I visit James, my best friend. So my best friend in a round bracket. And then another example, yesterday Friday was the last day of school. So Friday is also a other example for round brackets. And then square brackets. Square bracket is used for editor to indicate the extra information. If there are extra information in that sentence, we can use as a square bracket. For example, the book states that when climbing it mountain, it is important to be very safe. So the mountain is a extra information about that sentence. So we used as a square bracket in that sentence. And then next punctuation is slash. Slash is used for forward slash is used to indicate the word or and can be used to separate the day, month and year. So slash is used for what? Yes, we can use as a date, month and year. For example, please explain to the lawyer when he or she arrives. So here he or she is there. So for that we can use as a slash he slash she arrives. For the other example, we can use the date is today is 1/2/2017. The day, month and year. This for the can use as a slash. And next is hyphen. Hyphen is used for join words or to separate syllables in a word. Like we can use as a developing in. So that is hyphen, used as a join words to separate and syllables in a word. For example, she is very self-confident. So she is very self-confident. So self-confident. She is very as a self-confident. Another example, her son is going to be 4 years old. So her son is going to be 4 years, 4 years old. So 4 years old. So for that we can use as hyphen punctuation mark. And then n dash. So n dash is used for period of time, range of numbers or a distance. So n dash is used for indicates the period of time, range of numbers, or a distance. For example, she lived in London from 1999-n dash 2005. So years to indicate a year, distance we can use as n dash. Another example, the number range from 1 to 20. The flight from Dubai to n dash UK is very long. So the n dash is used for period of time, range of numbers, or a distance. And m dash is used for long dash that can be used instead of a comma, colon, or brackets. This add emphasis or enhances readability. So the m dash is used for instead of comma or colon or brackets. For example, I can't wait to see Amy m dash, my best friend m dash on Sunday. So the m dash is used for instead of comma, colon, or brackets. So that is m dash. And another example for m dash is, my parents are visiting tomorrow. M dash, I have missed them so much. And the final punctuation mark we see is that ellipsis points. So ellipsis points indicates omitted words or to add effect to a sentence. So ellipsis point is used for omitted words or to add effect to a sentence. For example, she walked into the shop. Ellipsis mark, they walked the straight back out. That is omitted words. So here the shop, they have the ellipsis marks used for omitted words. Some words are omitted from there. So it is for that they used as ellipsis point. And then sorry, ellipsis, I forgot my homework, said Adam. So pause for effect. So here sorry, some pause is happening there. So for that pause we can use that ellipsis point. I forgot my homework, said Adam. So here the main important punctuation mark. Another example of ellipsis point, I am never going to be able to do this. So there is a finishing that sentence this. So they used as ellipsis point, said Daisy. So these are the main punctuation mark, an important punctuation mark. You can have it in your exams. So final we have some test for your punctuation marks. So here fill the missing punctuation where we should put full stop or comma or colon or brackets. So first one, full stop, where we have to put full stop. Kindly copy down this question. Yes, can anyone stand up and answer for this? Yes, Sandhyapan. Yes, she is very nice. So after nice we will get very good. And next sentence, I was late to work this morning. Full stop, and then I forgot to set my alarm. Very good, Sandhyapar. So these are the full stop marks, and then comma. Naveen, can you try this? Yes, the cat was a small, brown, and very cute. Because there was a traffic jam, I was late to work. Adam wanted to return a pair of shoes, but he forgot the receipt. So here, very good. The cat was small, and then comma. And very cute is a full stop, okay. And then Yes, because there was a traffic jam, I was very late. And then Adam wanted to return a pair of shoes, but he forgot the receipt pair of shoes and very good, Naveen. And then exclamation mark. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I can't believe it. Don't run in the corridor. So, Rachel, yes, very good. Oh no, it's an exclamation mark. I didn't mean to that also. After that, exclamation mark, very good. After that, believe it is also exclamation, very good. Very good. So, these are the exclamation mark. And then question mark. What could you like to eat? He finishes work at 5 o'clock, doesn't he? Why didn't you go? So after this all, we'll get a question mark. Very good, Lokesh. And then last, ellipsis point. Gokul, can you try this? Yes. After him, very good. Are you sure? Okay, let me think about it. Ellipsis mark, and I will let you know tomorrow. Very good, Gokul. So these are the main important punctuation mark, and we'll revise it. Kindly revise your book, children. Thank you. After the punctuation, we see about figure of speech and going to revise the importance of 7 types of figure of speech. And then what is figure of speech? Can anyone tell? Yes, figure of speech is nothing but it's a figurative language which expresses the human thinking, imagining through quicker, effective and vividly. So, figure of speech is a figurative language which thinks about the human imagination. And then there are 7 types of figure of speech. So, one is simile, metaphor, personification, hyperbole, apostrophe, oxymoron and onomatopoeia. So these are the 7 main figure of speech. First we are going to see about simile. Simile is thinking one to thinking two. It's both one thing is common. So one person and the other person thinking same thinking as a common is used like as so. It's called as simile. So one person is thinking the same, another person is also thinking the same. So both the thing is common. Use the word is like, as and so. That is simile. For example, our soldiers are as brave as a lion. So our soldiers are as brave as a lion. So here they are comparing two things, soldier and lion. The two things are compared as one common as bravery. So here is the bravery is a common for two things. So soldier and lion is compare as bravery used as. As another example of simile is, she is like an angel. So, a girl is like an angel. So, here the angel and the girl is compared as beauty. So, here the angel and the girl is compared. The simple word is beauty. So, like, as and like. So, these two things are compared using as, like and so. That is simile. And the second figure of speech is metaphor. Same way, the first person is thinker same and the second person is thinker same. They both one thing is common without using as, so and like. So without using this as, so and like, that is metaphor. After that metaphor, we see some examples. Our soldiers are as brave as a lion. So this is a sentence we seen as a simile. So as brave as a lion. As we change into a metaphor, our soldiers are lion. So here is also the comparing a two things as a soldier and lion. But they didn't include as, like and so. Our soldiers are lion. So two things are bringing same as bravery. So two things are bring that the same meaning. So without using as, so and like, that is metaphor. And here is as brother as a brave as a lion. Here is a simile. Our soldiers are lion. So bravery. So two things is compared without using as, like and so, that is metaphor. And some more examples using metaphor. The camel is the ship of the desert. So here is the camel is compared to a ship. So here the both things are compared but not using as or like and so. So that is called metaphor. Life is a dream. So life is also a thing and another dream is also a thing. So life is a dream without using as and like, that is metaphor. The third we are going to see is personification. So human qualities. What is personification? Can anyone tell? Yes, Augustine. Very good. Personification is nothing but human qualities. So the human qualities compared to the object or any ideas. For example, emotions, desires, sensation, gestures or speeches. So the human qualities is compared to the object or ideas, that is personification. For example, the sun smiled at us. Though here smile is human quality. So it's compared to an object, sun. So the sun smiled at sun. So it's a human qualities or human emotion is something is compared to the object or idea, that is personification. Some more examples of personification. The star danced playfully in the moonlit sky. So the stars dance in the moonlit sky. Opportunity was knocking at her door. So this too is also examples of personification. And then next we are going to see hyperbole. Hyperbole is nothing. Exaggerate the overstate. So something's happened at exaggerate the statement. So which exaggerate the sentence or a expression something, that is hyperbole. Like forcibly or clearly. So we can express something with the expression forcibly and clearly, that is hyperbole. For example, the river of blood flooded in the battlefield. So the river of blood flooded in the battlefield. So here the river of blood is flooded in the battlefield. So exaggerates, expressing a statement using some forcibly. So the river of blood flooded in battlefield. It's an exaggerate sentence. So that is hyperbole. For examples of hyperbole is, you are brighter than the shiniest star. So you are brighter than the shiniest star. So that is the hyperbole. Her brain is the size of a peg. So this is also some examples of hyperbole. And then next figure of speech is apostrophe. Apostrophe is a exclamatory of figure of speech. We are using as an exclamation mark in punctuation, so that apostrophe is used as a exclamatory of figure of speech. Absence or non-exactment person or thing. So absent or non-exactment person that address it at its present and capable of understanding. So something is an exclamating words address at present of understanding. For example of apostrophe is life, I cannot understand you. So after the life they have one apostrophe. That is exclamatory mark. So that is life, I can't understand you. Life is a thing that we can't understand more. So why don't you ever work, you stupid computer? So computer is in a machine. So we compare to the human. So why don't you ever work, you stupid computer? And the next example, that is blow, wind, blow. So wind is compared to a blow. So after the blow we are using that exclamatory apostrophe. So that is a apostrophe of figure of speech. And next we are going to see oxymoron. So oxymoron, that is the vice versa, the thinking of word one to the word one. So they are thinking words that seem to contradictory each other. So both are things are contradictory to each other. And when are the oxymoron is useful? Oxymoron is effective titles and then add dramatic effect, add flavor to speech and comedic effect. These are the things that we used in oxymoron. Some examples of oxymorons. It is an open secret. So oxymoron is something opposite. So it is an open secret. Secret is already as a the secret will be in close, but it is an open secret. What is the meaning of open secret? Open is a secret, does not be a obviously not a open one. So open secret. All the politicians agree to disagree. It's more or less a opposite. Oxymoron is more or less as opposites words. Agree or to disagree. Either this or that. So he is clearly confused in his discussion. So clearly is an obviously the thing that is cleared, but it's confused. So that is question, that is oxymoron. And then last we see about onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia, a word which imitates the natural sounds of a thing. So onomatopoeia is a natural sounds of a thing. It's a word which is sound of that thing. So it's a natural sound that gives a word which is sound of that thing. Here the buzzing bee flew away. The buzzing bee flew away. Here the bee is buzzing. So the sound is buzz. So the buzzing bee is flew away. And then next the large dog said bow bow. So the dog said bow bow. So the natural sound of a thing. It's a word with sound of that thing also as onomatopoeia. And then the snake slittered and zizzed. So the snake is also a slittered and zizzed. So the snake is also giving some kind of sound. So this is onomatopoeia. So we revise the important 7 types of figure of speech. Now I am going to give some tips how to remember that in a order of 7 figure of speech. The first simile, and then hyperbole, and then apostrophe, and then metaphor, personification, oxymoron, onomatopoeia. So you can pick first letter of all the words like S, H, A, M, P, O, O. So the 7 words, the 7 letters put together, it will give a shampoo. So you can easily remember that shampoo. It will get the 7 types of figure of speech. That is S for simile, H for hyperbole, and then A for apostrophe, M for metaphor, P for personification, O for oxymoron, and another O for onomatopoeia. This is a simple way to remember the 7 figure of speech. So thank you, children. Kindly make use of this figure of speech in your poems. After we finish the poetic section, we move on to the grammar part, direct and indirect speech, my dear children. So, from direct to indirect, there are three types of sentence are there. One is statement, command, and question. So, these three types, how will you change as a indirect? First, we have to notice that to change to be or auxiliary verbs. Direct is am, is, or. These are the sentence we used as in direct speech, and we change it to indirect using was or were. Shall or will change into should or would. Can will change the word could, and may, might, must, have, has to, or to will change that the word to indirect, that is had to. So these are the auxiliary verbs will change the direct to indirect. And then direct to indirect of change of adverb of time and place. And next we have to notice that while changing direct to indirect, the time and place must be changed. So now will change to then, and tomorrow the following day, next week the following week, tonight that night, today that day, yesterday the day before, last night the night before, last week the week before, here, there, this, that, these, those. So these are the words we're using as a direct, and we have to change that into a indirect sentence. And then next, change of tense. So simple present will change into simple past, and simple past will change into a past perfect, and present perfect will change into a past perfect, and present continuous will change as a past continuous. Present perfect continuous will change as a past perfect continuous tense, and simple future will change as to a past future. So here the sentences are given in a direct and indirect. So three things we have to notice that while changing direct to indirect. One is auxiliary verbs, and next is change to adverb of time and place, and third is change of tense. And we'll move on to the statement. He said to me, he told me. So while we change into the indirect, we use this sentence including the connecting word that and the reported words are used in a statement sentence. So first we said that he said to me, he told me. After that, the connecting word that we have to write, and then the reported word should written on this work. So we'll see some example to change that direct to indirect of statement example. So here the direct sentence is given. They said to me, we are going to visit Boradabur tomorrow. So indirect speech, they said to me, connecting word that they were going to visit Borapur the following day. So here they said to me, and the connecting word that they were going to visit the place the following day. And the next example, Jeffrey said, I didn't go to school today. Jeffrey said that the connecting word, he hadn't gone to school that day. Here the I didn't go to school, he didn't is a change into hadn't gone to school that day. And Annie told Agnes, my father got angry with me last night. Annie told Agnes that her father had got angry with her the night before. So here the last night will change that the night before. So these are the examples of statement sentence. And then if the introductory sentence in the present tense, there won't be any change in the reported speech. So here's some expectation of the introductory sentence, like Cindy says, I will come to your house tonight. So here Cindy said that connecting word, she will come to my house tonight. Here that she will come, that is in a future tense, to my house tonight. Indra says, I have seen that film for twice. So Indra says that connecting word, he has seen that film for twice. Daisy says, I met my boyfriend every Saturday. Daisy says that she meets her boyfriend on every Saturday. Chandra says, I don't like sport. Chandra says that he doesn't like sports. So here the sentence, that statement. And next we move on to the command. A command is a positive command and also a negative command. Both the types are there. While using a positive command, he asked me or he told me, you have to connect the word with to and then infinity. So, while using a command sentence, while changing direct to indirect, positive command as he asked me, he told me, we change into to and then connecting word to and then infinity words are used. For example, the teacher asked me, open your book page 65. So here is a command used as a direct speech and we'll change it to the indirect. The teacher asked me to open my book page 65. So the teacher asked me to open my book page 65. Shika asked Manu, give me a piece of paper. So here we change it to a indirect. Shika asked Manu to give her a piece of paper. Roni told him, call me tonight. Roni told him to call him that night. With the tonight will change as a that night. So here the command we have to include the connecting word to. While using positive command and then using the negative command, he asked me or he told me not to. Here the negative is included as not to and then infinity words are used. We'll see some example of negative command. Sandy asked Eddie, don't leave me alone anymore. Here Sandy asked Eddie not to leave her alone anymore. Here not, don't we change as not to leave her anymore. Here the connecting word is not to. And Valencia asked Indra, don't hurt me anymore. So Valencia asked Indra not to hurt her. Shubhash told them, don't disturb me. Shubhash told them not to disturb him. So here the connecting word, negative command, the connecting word is not to. And then we move on to the question type. That is, there is a two type of question type. One is yes or no question type and then WH question. Here the yes or no question we used as he asked me, connecting word if or whether. So the connecting word we have to use that if or whether and then subject and verb and then complement. So these are the things we have to do in a yes or no question types. He asked me and the connecting word if or whether and then subject plus verb plus complement. So here there's some example we used as a yes or no question. Here Raki asked Henry, does your father work near here? So here Raki asked Henry if or whether his father worked here, near there. So here we have to use that yes or no question, if or whether. And the next, Mr. Bean asked Cynthia, if have you collected your homework? So Mr. Bean asked Cynthia if whether she had collected her homework. And then Daisy asked Willem, can you accompany me to Lipo tonight? So here Daisy asked Willem if whether he could accompany her to Lipo tonight. So here the question, yes or no question, we have to use if or whether. The connecting word we used as an change into a indirect speech. And then we use it as WH question. Here the connecting word when or what, when or what, etc. So what WH questions are used in the type, and then we used subject verb as usual, they complement. And then here the some examples are, the girl asked me, where do you come from? Here the girl asked me where I came from. Here the change into a past, where I came from. My father asked my brother, why did you arrive at home late last night? So here the father asked my brother why he had arrived at home last the night before. Here the last night changed into the last night before. Handy asked that girl, what is your favorite movie star? Handy asked that her favorite movie star was. So here the WH question we change into a direct to indirect. So here while changes to direct to indirect, the three things we have to notice that one is auxiliary verb, and then adverb time and place, and then tense. These three changes we have to change while changing into direct to indirect. So kindly copy down this question and do practice. Here the questions will change direct to indirect speech. Kindly copy down this question and bring more practice and get well of direct to indirect speech. Thank you, children.